Hello, collective. This is Sheila, your host. Welcome back to Intentional Conversations. And I hope you guys are having a great day or evening. I'm over here. It is 11:55 p.m. on a Monday. I don't know why I have so much energy. But anyways, collective, I hope you guys are well. And today we're going to be talking about something. I thought about this earlier today that people need to have a healthier mindset or thoughts because I'm very intuitive, and so I've been peeping the collective. I don't do everyday readings like getting on YouTube to do readings every day, stuff like that. I just don't do that. But I heard it earlier, so I'm going to share this with y'all so that your thoughts and your energy is your currency too. So today, I'm going to talk about what a lot of people is not saying, but they are, they kind of, have it deep in their mind. People are spiritually the people are exhausted, okay? The collective community is exhausted from spiritual fear, the constant spiritual fear that's been pushed out here. And I don't blame them because it's been going on for like 7 years. Everything was good until COVID hit. And then TikTok took off. TikTok was a blessing and TikTok was a blessing, and then they had issues. A lot of the collective spiritual people were put under duress through TikTok communities. And as it continued, it got worse to a point where a lot of you are being harassed through those platforms with covens and secret societies for energy harvesting and things like that. Okay, so this turned into a big, yes, heaping hot, horrible, dark, criminal-minded mess, right? It's everywhere online. That language, that topic, that language. People are hearing it everywhere. And the word that I keep hearing the most that I think to me, is like a language stronghold. A lot of y'all, depending on how you use it, it's a blessing or a curse, right? And a lot of you are very spiritual, very intuitive people, so you have a very strong connection, and your word holds a lot of currency. Well, everywhere. Have you ever heard, and I'm just gonna say it like this, the word I've been hearing a lot is called never stop. So people say, never stop watching, never stop fighting. Everyone is attacking you. Everything is in warfare. And so after a while hearing never stop, you know, they're never gonna stop attacking you. And you look at the cards and it literally look like it's never gonna stop. And I laughed and I said to me, now I've been through this experience for about seven years myself. I've been through very extreme warfare. That's one word that I ain't never said during my whole entire time of warfare. Never stop was not one of the words I ever said to myself. And yet, have I said that about them? If I said it's gonna be, I would have to say it wasn't the top of my vocabulary. Okay. That was not the word of choice that I would say about that group of people. Now they may have made a decree, a dedication, a promise to their soul purpose that they were never going to stop. But think about the collective as a whole. Remember, they're fighting this is a whole group of people fighting one person. And they're energy harvesting. They're trying to, I call it spiritually entrap people or soul trap people into this very vampiric nature. If people who are very, very depressed, who are at the crossroad, not, I'm gonna phrase that, they're not at a crossroad, they're almost at a dead end because some of y'all are not built for this level of warfare. So people need every ounce of light and hope, right? Not gaslighting, not overpromising, not wishful thinking, but the truth without a psychological push of fear towards these people. A lot of like your own thoughts can kind of push out into the masses. Remember, you're speaking to a mass group of people. Um, from what I felt earlier, and I'm going to do this for my thing for the week, is how we are thinking when nobody's watching. Some people, when they see these readings, some support for me, I stop immediately when I see a certain title and then I see the energy. I don't check in. Sometimes I let people talk for 5, 10 minutes, and if they're not feeling. If I feel like they're fear mongers, I immediately stop because that person's not coming to. She's not. They're not in the vibration of victory. They're not in the vibration of hope. For a lot of people who don't have it, right? And so I immediately stop. I'm a healer anyway, so I'm gonna definitely cut that energy off. But a lot of people out there ain't gonna stop that. So some of these people who have been in this long, oppressive enslavement type of energy, rape, spiritual rape, whatever you want to call it. These people are doing a lot of love magic and they're trying to call, they got men out here prostituting themselves in the spirit so that they can steal from you energetically. So that's what people are talking about in the collective. That is itself is a spiritually traumatic situation that is locked into the spiritual world, and a lot of you have not felt it completely here on the earth yet. Some people are going to stop resting. Some people are going to stop trusting themselves. Some people are going to stop enjoying life. Some people are going to stop building. Then people are going to stop, going to become emotionally trapped into survival mode. And I'm trying to make sure that we understand that this is Pluto. Okay? Retrograde, bitch. Y'all better catch it. I was like, I mean, goddamn. We're going to have to get these people out of survival mode and back into rebuild mode, moving forward mode. The truth is coming out. You have to be mindful that the way we have programmed our language, our mind, even in truth, that we have to be very mindful, especially now, and what you're delivering out into the masses. I saw somebody say something, and he was a pastor. I was like, I had to stop and stare. I was like, this was not the time for you to get out here and bullshit a whole mass of people with some bullshit ass title. Excuse my language. But he said something so goddamn out of his neck. I think he even knew he was full of shit. And I said that, and he didn't know this, but I was like, that's judgment right there. I was like, judgment, because there ain't no goddamn way you can say some shit like that to me and think you're gonna be all right. Nope, not today. Craig. Collective, I need y'all to be very mindful that that is not peace. Fear, setting this tone of fear, programming your energy like what you're saying is truth. A lot of you who are speaking out here in the collective, and I say this from my own wisdom. Last time I said something to somebody, they didn't listen to me. So people say, so what that feel like? Did it listen to you? Did it what you say happen? Yes, it's happening. And then I have to watch a whole bunch of people die. That's what I'm watching in slow motion. They're going to get the worst experience of their goddamn lives. And I have to watch it in slow motion. It's nothing cute. People like, she was like, oh, this non-stop warfare. It's never going to stop. I'm like, I saw the ending. And everything I've seen is coming to pass. I told them many years ago, we friends though. I literally said it like 17 times. I told you how it was going to end up. I'm like, you're mad at me. Yeah, I told you don't do it. I told you don't do it. I said, you must turn away. You must choose another path. Like a Wizard of Oz. You must choose another path. No. So I'm gonna say it one more time for the people in the back. It's not about sacrificing yourself, collective. This season we're gonna be a little bit more quiet. You have to be. People are gonna feel this a lot of stuff quiet, like they're exhausted. A lot of the language that's out there on YouTube right now is for this community who's under attack by a whole secret society, not one but a whole bunch. They learn how to energy harvest as a unit. We have become modern day what is that gonna say? Mockingbird, where you want to call it? I forgot the name of the shows. Uh Squid Games. I don't know what you want to call it. But this is not peace. That energy is not peace. That energy is not wisdom. Honestly, it's emotional. It's not even emotional freedom, the way we've been communicating out here in the last few weeks. And now that we are entering into Pluto retrograde, I want my team, my tribe to be very mindful. I'm looking because a lot of you guys are opening doors and things are trying to slip into your doors. And a lot of that communication is hitting not just you, but a whole mass of people. And remember, this is not normal, just black magic, a girl who's trying to put somebody in poverty for 3 weeks and then she moves on. These people have been running this game for 7 years. And the energy is very, very pollutant and very dark. And this is not normal darkness. They went to the deepest, darkest deep roots of hell. And a lot of y'all are reading that every day. My suggestion, you may not want to read them every day. Okay? Y'all are hoping that these people will go ahead and get an idea and move on. Well, we all do. But we're gonna have to be the shift to that program. A lot of the power is coming from our own energy, what we pay attention to, especially in the season of Pluto. A lot of you, I'll be honest with you, the how you're communicating about a lot of what you are reading in the community. I want you to picture yourself in the spirit of victory now. Because you're gonna have to meet that road maybe 6 months later. Some of you, not all of you, but some of y'all gonna meet these same people that a lot of y'all have been reading on. 6 degrees of separation. Y'all know exactly who these people are. Some of y'all do. Most of y'all do. And you may be just your luck to have to meet them somewhere down the road. I'd rather you today, even in the midst of the most darkest time for the collective, to start placing victory over yourself in the collective and hope, not false hope, genuinely hope. There's a speck of light somewhere. You better go find it and start building that shit up and start building your community up because a lot of y'all about to meet it 5, 3, 2, 1 months from now, maybe 2 weeks from now, tomorrow. Some of y'all might want to set yourselves up for victory. And I'm talking about the reading community, the healers and the spiritualists who got YouTube videos and TikTok and on TikTok and doing your thing. You best to go ahead and start speaking and claiming victory over them readings. Because a lot of y'all about to meet some of these people in 2 to 3 months. And they're gonna come to you ready to go. I see one guy, his face is ready to go. He's running with two swords in his hand, looking for a victim. Because they're not getting fed like they used to. You don't know all the tricks of how to defend yourself against these people. Okay? Spirit says they are spiritually disarmed. I said, well, they spiritually disarmed, bitch, then I need you not to say they ain't gonna never stop. I need you to find some root of victory in your language. Because some of y'all may have to meet these people soon. Even in passing. Hopefully they just pass on by you. But if they stop and pause, bitch, you best to start speaking some victory over yourself. Okay? The community is like I said, is very exhausted. They tired of this bullshit. Let me tell you, there's gonna be a mass celebration when some of these people get a clue. Okay? I said, y'all went from the most wanted to the most undesirable. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, a lot of y'all want to be rising to the top. And they did whatever they had to. They was going to sell their soul. They was going to throw human sacrifice in a volcano. Like, look back in the day, like a Mayan temple. We want to throw people in the volcano for sacrifice. A lot of y'all was put up for sacrifice. And they keep trying. But I ain't never said, and I'll be honest with you, yes, it may look like they're going to never stop, but I'm telling you, I've seen this already. I said what I said. I saw the victory 7 years ago. I saw the outcome 7 years ago. People say, has it changed? No. It's probably gotten a little bit more stuck like glue. Start speaking in the terms of what you want to experience in 3 to 6 months for yourself. When you got your spirit, you got your spiritual team, and you're doing reading for the collective. I'm telling you, if you don't want to meet the calamities and the experiences half of these practitioners and witches or readers who are already under fire, some of us are sleeping in cars and shit. Can't find the money won't stay, the business is locked. Start spreading the news that victory is in place. Don't get locked on fear bait, because you're speaking language that a whole lot of desperate, vulnerable people are holding on to every single word. And you gonna need the power of numbers for you. Because I tell you, I didn't have nobody. I was in the worst time of warfare, because nobody knew anything. Nobody was really catching on to what energy harvesting was yet. And nobody had hope for anything. They're just living life like it's golden, golden. Now people are waking up. Some of the stuff is starting to die down, and some things in other people's lives are going to ramp up in warfare. Okay? These people are going through cycles. Let your cycles, well, I'm going to tell you in advance, start speaking where you're creating your own energetic currency, that if somebody was having to come to you in the same environment, because remember, this is a spiritual community, we're all in the same environment, that if you was to happen to meet these people at a cross point, that you have already proclaimed victory before it got there. I need a lot of y'all starting today to run around this never stop energy and get ahead of it and say, I claim victory. Because as you're speaking today, the community is starting to claim victory. In this energy, yes, these people are trying to get in this belief system. They're trying to tell the whole masses that this energy is never going to stop. Oh, it's going to stop now. I mean, hold on now. Hold on, Missy. It's going. I don't know what spirit team you got. I don't play on the losing side. Okay, I'm a team of champions. We only declare victory over here, and I need my team, all these people who are under attack, to start proclaiming victory over your lives. You need to get up out of your seats. You're gonna have to cry your way back to your artwork, back to your singing, back to your job, back to your spouse if that's the one that you're supposed to be with. Y'all need to start speaking victory over yourselves. Now, I tell people already, this energy is unusually heavy. Yes. Dark. The whole nine. And a big bowl of soup. It's pretty damn bad. But peace matters. Be mindful of performative panic. Be mindful of emotional addiction to chaos. Be mindful of a whole community scanning every day for darkness, because people are trying to save themselves. Peace matters. Mental clarity matters. Emotional stability matters. There's people wanting people to shut up. They're cooking up spells right now trying to shut you up. But I'm telling you right now, healing looks less like fighting invisible battles sometimes. A lot of you need to start being more disciplined, working on your goals. If you have been oppressed spiritually to a point where you're homeless, don't know where your next meal is coming from. And people are speaking a lot of word languages over you. You need to find every ounce. Some of y'all want to continue to battle. And I'm telling you, you must, for your victory, you must find peace. Y'all say, how am I going to win when they're using the whole tidal wave of water over my life? They're trying to drown my whole life. They're trying to set me on fire. They're trying to sacrifice me to whoever. I'm telling you, from my own experience, from my own victories and survival and emotional intelligence and rebuilding from the darkness, you're going to have to get healthy in your mind and your speech. A lot of you are not in the position yet. A lot of y'all are A-okay. Nobody's really fucking with you in a negative sense. But some of you will have to meet these same people. What our spirits always to people. When they done with me, what they're going to do with you? Put yourself in this position of victory. You better start proclaiming it. When you're doing them readings today, tomorrow for the collective, you need to make sure that you're setting up your ancestors and your team for victory over yourself. Because a lot of y'all going to have to literally wrap around from your own reading and may have to experience one or two of these people. This is a whole large network, multiple covens. You're going to meet somebody, and if you're doing psychic readings, somebody's going to come to you for a reading that could be part of them same groups. Or a client is going to come to you who's been hurt from them same groups. So be mindful of what you're pushing out there. That fear energy. The mind is a powerful thing, and a lot of y'all don't know that these people are tired of hearing this same long, drawn out, sad ass energy, repeatedly consumed and shaped by our emotional environment. These people, yes, are toxic, tired, and mentally disturbed. Something is wrong with them. Because I declare there's nothing I see in my own readings that declare this much toxicity to steal somebody else's life or to stand 10 toes deep in a lie. This is like watching somebody literally slow burn in hell in their own undoing. They try to undo you and has undone themselves. If you spend every day consuming fear-based content and social media, it's going to affect you emotionally, spiritually, and your nervous systems. How are you going to win a battle or get yourself back into a state of back to normal in your life when you're watching something day in, day out, and all they have is eventually all you're going to expect is danger everywhere you go. I can't trust nobody. I can't leave the house. Somebody's talking to me in my head. Somebody's got octopus spirits. You're under attack, right? I'm going to tell you right now. I'm telling you right now. The impact is you're going to need to get your sleep. I need you to go to bed early. Don't be going to bed at 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. If you go to bed by 8 p.m. Make sure you pray by 6 p.m. so that by 8 p.m. you sleep. And if you happen to wake up at 3 a.m., and you have to go to war in prayer, you may have to battle axe somebody at 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. And then you got to go to work by 7. You ain't going to be exhausted, most of you, because you got 6 or 7 hours of sleep. Because you went to bed early, you start taking care of yourself. Sometimes you got to prepare your life towards peace and not allow life to run you down for war. Okay? Because that's what war is. You want to run you down for war, and when you have to build your life for peace. Okay? These are some weird ass people. Note it. Your emotions and how you react to every goddamn thing somebody say. Somebody can say, Sheila got 2 camels, a pinky toe, a pin toe, whatever. You can say whatever. Now, people can say a whole bunch of shit. My reaction is gonna be the same, straight face. Because at this point, I see you. I see you more than your mammy see you. I'm like, people, I mean, when I tell you what I can see you, I'm seeing you. Nothing you can say. You be like, I'm King Kong. I'm King Kong and I'm hacker here. Nothing. You can say can make me. I mean, I can cuss you out like any leaks. So I tell people I can cuss you out. Oh, honey, I can. I'm creative. I can make it a special edition for you. Oh, you saying you can? Oh, honey, I'm real creative. I was like, I'm not even gonna sit here and have to tear this person apart because if I tear this person apart, it's gonna be loud, ugly, and it's just gonna be a long-winded situation. Y'all gonna hear my echo in the ethers for 10 years. You're gonna have to check your emotions because these people are wanting a reaction. Y'all don't understand that calmness is the key. Peace is the key. This level of toxicity and darkness does not be needed to be met by your own anxieties and fear. You're going to get yourself into a point where you're in despair. You're crying. I don't know. No, bitch. If you want to survive, bitch, let me just tell you, shut the fuck up. Get the tissue. Okay. Get the cry out. Okay, great. Now you're going to stop crying now. And what we're going to do, we're going to get your life back together. We're going to get your life back together. I didn't say go to war with these damn people. They might got 1 million people back there, girl. We ain't that dumb. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna save your ass. You're not a warrior. Are you a warrior? Because just because you're a warrior don't mean you go out there and fight. I need you to have common sense. A lot of you need to go back and find your confidence. A lot of you need to go back to find the ability to enjoy life again because these people are nothing but thieves. Thief of joy, thief of your relationships, thief of your emotions and your well-being. You're not your own enemy. They may have projected a lot on you, but you are not your own enemy. I don't need you to have somebody say something to you and then you fall into it. And then you become the destruction of yourself. Hell to the fuck no. I ain't got time for that. Not today. And a lot of y'all are in that position when you get online, you get on content, and you start to watch these psychic readers, and then they're pushing it. Oh, they're never gonna. And they trying to kill you. And I'm like, bitch, y'all talking like y'all not even talking about real people. I said they're speaking in a way where they're not even talking like they're talking about real people. That's your cousin, your sister, your mammy. That's your neighbor. That's your brother and your sister in spirit. Why are you talking like they're not human beings? Well, they're trying to kill you. Well, you may have to meet that same fate. Because if these people can't get them, they're going to find somebody else. It could be somebody you know. Speak your victory. Speak your peace. Collective. In the most darkest of time, you must speak your peace. You can't be out here. These people got the spirit of vengeance, madness, and they're too tough. They want to put fear in everybody. Some people are, when it comes to me, let's talk about spirit wise. I know I'm a beast in the spirit. When I say, I'm going to rephrase that. I know I'm a giant in the spirit. Have you seen how these people have been acting out here in these spiritual streets? This person may have a lot of spirits. I understand you ain't got initiated 57 times. I understand you've been doing this for 55 years. Honey chop. It don't mean nothing. This man he's 5'2", and his temper is the size of Mount Fiji. Okay, this is a young small man whose temper is the size of one of the biggest mountains in the world. Humongous temper, and then they come meet you with that fire in the spirit. Right, right. So y'all will be overwhelmed by that. A lot of you in the collective will be completely uncomfortable and overwhelmed, burnt out, triggered, anxiety, and then you want to react. They tough guy, now you want to be tough guy. So now you got two idiots at the same time. I said, no, what we're gonna do? You're gonna act like you got some goddamn sense. You're a grown ass adult. You 35, bitch. You 52. Sit your ass down. Take your ass to the kiddie pool. Who is running around in the spirit of the streets? Too tough. Spirit make me laugh because he's too tough. That's what he believes he is. So he comes to you like that in the spirit. There's people who, when I tell you, there's some people who come to me and they think they big, and I'm like, oh baby, I'm not saying I'm bigger than you, but I know I'm bigger than you, and I'm gonna have to keep myself together because who? If I unleash myself, Jesus, the whole couple of you're gonna say, what is that? The aliens coming down? I'm like, I don't know what would happen. All I know is I'm gonna tear some shit up, and I know I can't. No candles needed. We friends though. And everything I said is the truth. I said that 7 years ago. Death was my friend. I said it. I actually have pictures. I have screenshots. I said death me your friend though. Now I'm aware that the sentence I have now, a lot of y'all wouldn't even y'all would be mad as fuck. I told you it was friends back then. Now it's a whole different situation. I'm not even gonna tell you what it is. I used to say it all the time. I don't do collective readings anymore. But if I was doing collective reading, it will be if you will see me say it every goddamn post. I need my collective to find victory, light, peace, hope, even in the darkness of time. Because people are overwhelmed, tired, burnt out, oppressed by their own community, triggered, anxious. I never seen more people, the people who are supposed to do healing have sent out more people into sickness, more people into depression and mental health. What I'm looking and I got my hands up in the air going, how are you a practitioner who has sent multiple people to the hospital, multiple people into mental health? That's your profit. That's your profit for profit. There you go. All right. And then some of y'all are looking sweet. I see that now they have upgraded their con act and have used kindness as a weapon. Hi, I'm your mother. That's not your mama. That's Hansel and Gretel. That witch from Hansel and Gretel who's gonna lead you to that candy house and tell you to go pick up a gumdrop and knock your ass into the stove. Okay, let me fix my language. These people are emotionally ungrounded. You're exhausted. I don't think the collectors need to listen to more exhaustion. Y'all need hope. Y'all need light. You need to speak the language of victory. There's people are talking in your subconscious. Bullshit. Hot mess energy into your mind. These people are already in defeat. For that's their language. Defeat. Y'all should know this. No shame in approaching life with balance and wisdom. No, nobody should be in shame for approaching life with balance and wisdom. If somebody had tore up your whole goddamn life through black magic, I need you not to walk in shame from slander, from malice in the spirit. I saw some people do some things out here recently. Everything has a propaganda energy to it, collective. And a lot of you guys are just eating it up. A lot of you are not awakened enough to see a life right before your eyes. No matter how well dressed somebody is, their language is the key to your own sovereignty. You're gonna need discernment. Because some of these people are gonna be well dressed, well spoken, and they're gonna lead you either to peace or destruction of war. You're gonna be locked in this warfare. And I say you need to choose peace and calm. A lot of you, it's not overnight. I know, because when I was in the middle of my warfare, I was fighting. I was going to go all the way to some super over the top, bitch. You're going to hear me fuck shit up. I was going to be Carrie. I was going to be worse than Carrie. The girl from prom, when they went to the prom and she blew, fucked up a whole bunch of people. I was gonna be one of them. I was like, let me go ahead and catch myself. I'm not trying to be born Lilith in the full world today. I chose peace. I chose sovereignty and wisdom. I am too mature in age to be fighting people over my life, over your life, to be for ego, for the Jones energy, the Joneses, okay? We're grown as adults. I need my collective to understand that you're speaking about people's lives. And a lot of y'all gotten too comfortable. Y'all talking like it's a TV show. You're slipping up and you're saying callous words. I'm like, you're speaking not just over yourself, but you're speaking to the collective in that same language. And you may be at the crossroad where you have to go through some sort of warfare with the same individuals who are just as ruthless to the collective. Now they come to you, but they may be even more pissed off because they lost. So when they come to you, they're going to be amped up. I need you to start thinking about the words of victory in your language. You may want to start finding some cold words of peace up in there. Victory and calm. You better calm them ass. You better calm them motherfucking spirits down. And the spirits are slipping all through the doors and cracks and shit. Close every spiritual door now. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. And make sure the spirits go in there. Angels go into every door that darkness has went through and evict them out. And shut and lock the key. Let me repeat that one more goddamn time. Yeshua HaMashiach. Every door that darkness has slipped through, send your angels, Archangel Michael, whoever, to them doors and evict whoever went in there. And evict them and then shut the door. And send them straight to the foot of the shore for judgment. Some of y'all are door openers. And you got a whole bunch of people who don't know how to shut their doors. And they're in warfare. Become the door closer, my collective. You got to become the door closer. Because when it's time for you to get there, or if you happen to have to meet them in passing, you want them doors shut before you get there. Because once they get tired of the people that they've been targeting, and they got to go get new blood, you want to make sure that them doors are shut before you even have to cross them rules. So my message is for y'all to resonate. Be intentional with clarity. The goal is being clear. Peace is the answer. Being in alignment is maturity and wisdom. Speaking about an uncomfortable situation where somebody has done the most wretched betrayals, horrible acts against you, me, humanity, crimes against humanity on every realm and all levels. They done the worst of the worst, and we all watch and witness these people do those things. It was emotionally unstable. Well, we're going to have to start speaking about emotional stability now. Because the collective has been through something so traumatic. The only words that you should be seeping through to the community is about recovery, stabilizing your nervous system, intentional living, and healing that actually help people function better in life, real life. Because at some point, y'all done pushed out a lot of this fear energy. If, for instance, they move on to a whole new group of people, it could be somebody you know or yourself in the crossing of these people. And you need to place the spirit of victory and the speck of light, because you're going to need it for yourself and this community. Maybe in this season going into Pluto retrograde, the season is less about being obsessed with us scanning the darkness, because darkness is riding on a full, well, they're not even riding on a full tank from what I saw. Darkness is doing this thing, and it's pronouncing itself all over the place. But y'all need to stop facing the darkness, because they're gonna keep going. And a lot of you out there in the community are giving it a little bit much, I call it giving it too much attention now. Okay, they're getting more and more extreme with their lives. I don't know what, I don't know who leading the camp. I'm like, who's leading the camp? They got an ego size of Montana. They doing stuff, y'all, that's so extra. I won't even say it. I was just like, I'm not even doing meetings. I got quiet. Somebody ain't right. That's all I can say. The collective, y'all need to start getting these people in the directions of your tribe. You want your tribe to survive. That's your tribe. What the hell are you talking? Lead them to victory in your readings. When you're doing readings, you just say, I'm gonna see what the collective message is. You're just reading the energies. You're scanning the environment. That's all you're doing. You're repeating the environment, but you're not aligning these people towards peace, sovereignty, and victory. Because every word you utter, it's going to be your victory. If you happen to have to cross these people 5, 6 months from now, you know exactly who these people are. They're cool with you right now. What about tomorrow? How you to utter over yourself and how you utter over people is going to be coming into your spirit. Maybe 5 or 6 months down the road. A lot of y'all have helped clients that has been under the same affliction. Maybe even the people who are in the covens. It's more about rebuilding your peace than scanning darkness all the time. And in this Pluto energy, if y'all don't align yourself correctly, it's gonna make you it's already too much over. It's overthinking. You overthink a situation that you would assume would never end, because you haven't stopped looking at it in the way that you've been looking at it. So you scan the environment. That's all you've been doing, instead of aligning yourself and your team and your tribe to victory. Align people to rebuild in peace. So when you do readings, you gotta read like you're reading yourself. If I'm having to meet these motherfuckers, excuse my language, I'm gonna read myself into alignment of peace. I'm gonna shuffle these cards when I'm reading the collective. I'm aligning them to peace. Because when you get there and you may have to meet these same motherfuckers and they got one eye twitching, you want to say peace in your spirit, because you don't want to go to war. Well, not with just one person. These people ain't fighting by themselves. They fighting with 1,000. So you need all that unstable and unhinged energy to not be already blood ridden. They like, they bloodthirst, energy thirst, harvesting thirst, and they're vampiric. And the time you have to meet them in passing or meet them yourself, you want them not to be 20 times worse than what they were today. Okay? I just need y'all to stabilize yourself towards peace. Cause a lot of y'all fighting and y'all get into this cocky situation where I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch. And I'm like, bitch, you gonna be have you seen what these motherfuckers are doing? You must have put girl. You want bitch, you better I'm gonna fuck them up. Okay, well, we're gonna see how that turned out for you. I hope your team got it. Okay? But that's my reading for y'all today. That's what I'm going to let y'all know. Y'all cannot be living in fear to live with discernment. You do not have to live in fear to live with discernment. Let me repeat that one more time. You do not have to live in fear to live with discernment. Y'all, no ma'am. No ma'am. And I mean, when I tell you, I had people that told me some horrible advice when I was going through this warfare. Bitch, I didn't listen to them. They say some cockeyed, oh, this is good. Well, okay. Beep. No. No. I'm glad I hear that song. I ain't never scared. What? I had to stop playing that song a couple times in the club. But no, for real. Collective, I need y'all to steer this code collective in your readings. Look at it, read the cards, but just keep in mind that you're reading the environment, but don't keep scanning that's the same thing over and over and over again because you're not giving these people exhausted. These people are tired of hearing y'all scan the environment. You might need to start gearing these people towards uh truth, hope, not gaslight, not false hope, but true alignment towards peace and how to rebuild their lives from the experience that they have. Okay. A lot of the situations that we're seeing now in the collective is starting to close. These people are not willing to stop, right? That's what y'all say in the spirit, right? I'm gonna tell you right now. I saw the future in the past. It ain't cute what the future looks like for them. Okay, I need my collective to start uttering victory over your language, peace over yourself. And I tell people, victory and peace is hand in hand. I didn't say victory and battle. I didn't say victory and warfare. Peace. Not just choose your battles wisely, but a lot of y'all are grown adults and you're dealing with people who are doing horrible experiences and you need to protect yourselves. Be mindful of what protection you're doing so it doesn't create more just a war for yourself. You want to align every single thing towards peace. Trust me, a lot of you need to get back to your real lives. It's time for a lot of y'all to go back towards peace. And a lot of these people need to go to the doctor. They're battling too hard. I heard some spirit that say, this was a mistake. Nobody wants to admit to that. But this is a mistake. This whole energetic collective war thing was not a great idea. It was not. I'm not gonna say what I saw, but all I'm gonna just tell y'all is a lot of the collective needs to be thinking about their getting themselves a new job, working on your business. Yes, it may not be people may be doing stuff towards your business. Keep going anyway. It'll work itself out. A lot of y'all need to go find yourself a place to stay or relocate. Whatever you got to do, a lot of y'all need to get back to real life. I'm telling you. All right? That's my message for the collective. Get back to real life. Peace.